Shout out to everybody joining the building. This is What's the Word? Season 2, Episode 2. I'm your hostess of Blessing, and we got our features for the night in the building. We got Top Bad Chakra Energy, and we got Sir Rainmaker over here.
Ever since the day of my birth, I felt like I was cursed. So now I sit here and wonder when I'm riding that hearse. But I'm still on this earth instead of landing that dirt. Therefore, I know I got a purpose, and that's to stand for something because falling for anything will be less of me. And if I became less of me, then I wouldn't be a blessing. So everybody need to understand that who I am is a true king, deserve a true queen. But see, my life ain't never been sweet and sugar. Every time I turned around, I was looking for another brother to hold my back and keep me strong. A queen to be inside my face and sit on my throne. But every time I turn around, I was looking for love in all the wrong places. I seen my mind stare in the back of my head because I was tired of seeing the same faces. I had to replace myself and put myself in a new scenery because I got tired of the same folks. They was looking at me, but everybody was doing the same shit that I was doing. I looked at my situation and removed myself. I put myself on the shelf and took a second thought, looked back at my life and relapsed to drugs. Nobody wanted to be around me. I said, what the fuck? I turned out to be homeless. Everybody became hopeless. I swear this shit was driving me crazy, but I act like I ain't had no sense. Then I turned around and I opened my eyes. I grabbed a cardboard box and a pen and started writing out my thoughts. Shit was driving me crazy how I couldn't even see my babies, but I'm still out here running from cops. I can't go to none of my people's house and knock on the door because they knew I was on the run. I was like, fuck it. Picked up me a gun. Ran to the streets, had me some fun. Started robbing all of my homies until I hit that one. After that, it was over for me, son. I gained some more knowledge after I went to the pen. Turned around and picked back up my pen. Then I came back to the streets, a new person. I said, damn, my life was something back then, but now I'm free, so there's no more hurting. I realized that I had to open my mind and stop playing games with myself. I got off of all platforms, apps, social media, and focused on myself. Now I'm glad to say that where I am today, even though I'm not happy inside, I'm still getting cake. It's a problem with me, but it's cool. Because at the end of the day, I still do everything I want.
It's been too long, and I'm still feeling lost without you. Tell me what I should do, how to properly grieve you. They say grief starts with denial, but grief consists of all types of different emotions going into a spiral. It is a never-ending cycle, searching and striving for emotional survival. But many years, I smiled through it like I was auditioning at a recital, keeping it together in public, but inside, extremely devastated, hitting me like a brick. See, leaving the hospital with no baby had me feeling sick. As my breast still lactated, you're still young, you can have another one, is what they stated. As a nurse, had they aided my emotions, maybe hospitals wouldn't be a place that I ended up hating. I was afraid of feeling and getting overwhelmed or appearing out of control. But when she left, I felt empty, not only in my body, but in my soul. So I was forced to bury her in the pain, tried to carry on as normal, but the doctors and nurses couldn't explain paranormal. Having no idea what I was supposed to do, so I literally felt abnormal. Wishing to escape through a portal and unsee what I've seen. Upset with God at the time because behind all my prayers, He didn't intervene. I actually Googled how to grieve, like it was a right way to bereave, with an underlying sense of pressure to appear okay. So I tried to drink, sex, and smoke it away. To fake it through my days in indescribable pain, I had no words, I couldn't explain, just tried to maintain. But the more I ran, the more I tried to refrain and contain, the more I acted out, like I was about to explode, reacting, not healing. Everything in reach, I wanted to corrode as my feelings year to year had me feeling like I wanted to implode. What they disclosed is God didn't give us more than we can withhold. Navigating grief is not the same for everyone. So I felt like I couldn't carry the load. Over time, I embraced my story wasn't for me and shouldn't remain untold. See, I realized grief can create gifts because as I went through the stages of emotional shifts, I grew to exhibit more compassion and began to uplift Yahweh, my Father, and others on the way. It was the word I seeked and increased my prey. See, I still wonder what she would be like at this age, but God knew my gift to be great with kids, so instead of rage, I decided to give back, to engage, burn a little sage and turn the page and volunteer to release my gift and let myself free of the emotional cage. So if you were to gauge, I guess I'm at the acceptance stage, but keep in mind that grief cannot be measured. Finding peace within your grief is the divine treasure. So allow yourself to grieve with no time frame or pressure. Don't guilt yourself and let your emotions fester because you are the successor. Whether you cry now, later, frequently, or never, don't ever feel like you are lesser. There's no such thing as a grieving error. It's been 10 years yesterday. I'm here to affirm you there are better days.
Come brokenhearted with chests ripped out in dismay. Come whole and happy when the morning kisses the leaves are wet. Come forlorn and seething with blood in eyes, with fingers crossed and pinky promises betrayed. Come disrespectful and no regard for authority, with the ego of 1,000 sons gargling acid to spit. Come righteous indignation like I wish a nigga would. Come lock and load, come sword and pen, come love and the bone brittle breaking, bonded, beautiful back into the shape banner you can flag your heart on. Come rebel without a cause, the wishes you think will never come true, the lonely tear, the weight of struggle spread eagle on lips, come steps towards redemption. The seconds you feel more alive than the miles you have walked. Come fathers, the night has nothing to offer, its freaks will be freaks without you. Come family, half and quarters, distant or barely there, still family nonetheless, still the people you protect when no one wants to. Come home and the hugs, healing and hemoglobin thick with history, a tree, exposed roots and all, still survival is still survival, and it counts for something. Come organic and analog, come parents with a beacon for tonsil, come those that don't want to be parents, come every woman who has ever had an abortion, come every man that said it wasn't his, said I am not ready, said don't I get a say, said it was your fault, renamed you slut, brought you to the altar of single mother, come all ye single fathers, come children, diamond cut descendant of slave and immigrant shaped this world new, come the child inside you still miming the things you thought adulthood had no room for, the things you replaced with this money. Come money. Come the freedom from the love of money. Come money for a purpose. Come freedom too gone to be remembered. Come spirits and the ghosts that whisper. Come angels you do not recognize are. Come prayer and chant. Come chants. Chant your name for it is magical. Come knees bending, hands clasped, eyes closed. Come preachers. Come temples. Come pure and perfect. Come all of your gods. Come special. Come beautiful. Come the people that know where you're coming from. Come coming from and getting there. Come getting to where you want to be. Come, you are already there. Come a love you would surrender an army of organs to bribe the sky to keep. Tie helium to your flesh and release in the wind of another spinal taps of tongues in silent moments. Come for the coming, for who we are, for what we said we would never be, for the things we have come for the heaven in our exhale.
Dope. Rainmaker, y'all.
This my next piece, y'all, is called I Decline to Self-Identify. I decline to self-identify. It's crazy that they literally put you in a box to qualify. A person's value is determined by race, disability, the struggle intensifies. How does the color of my skin show you my potential? Or my dialect, the way I speak, exhibit my credentials? So we apply, awaiting a call until you get an email or after careful consideration to decide to select another candidate, which makes you feel oh so small. Now back to hours on bookmarks Indeed, hoping to find an opportunity to feed to feed our minds, our children, our homes, as they charge us time, interviews with the predetermined goals to diversify in the space where you are the one Black person too many. In corporate America, you're not too friendly. To people that look like me, only meet statistics to appear to provide equal and open opportunity. See, they smile, lie, and pay us less, even when we are performing at our best. Who we are have preconceived notions. But stability, structure, and that bi-weekly, we go with emotions. I always feel uncomfortable checking that box. But whether I check it or not, decide to self-identify, the system has already established to identify color first, not skill or qualifications. So we pep up our voices in our customer service, white corporate acceptable tone because our skin color has a reputation. So they push us in isolation, no civilization, never cared about our education, attempts to decrease our population, passing racism down through generations within every association or organization. They want to box us in through every legislation, yet no integration, just a whole lot of discrimination. See, I declined to self-identify with no justifications on why. I wasn't selected with all my qualifications, but my application was evaluated. My color was interpreted. I declined to self-identify. Keep going. Don't force yourself in rooms that aren't meant for you. Stay true, prayed up, and God will replenish you and provide the opportunities that are intended for you and your purpose. So don't get discouraged.
Uncle Sam is my grandfather. The Nazis are my first cousin. I'm deep in this like oil. Been trading arms to underdeveloped countries, got a monopoly on diamonds, told generals to chop off arms and they'd get more arms. I see their children as dollar signs. I put the politician and pimp, got whole governments on a whole show. Let me tell you a little bit about my history. I was born in murder, spread across waters, tattooed genocide across my neck. I'm a fiend for the green. Napoleon said everything my eyes look upon is mine. An imperial civilization that was savage to its subjects, and I've introduced every disease from the Black Plague to syphilis. Because in my line of work, if nobody ain't screaming, I ain't earning. If bodies ain't hitting the floor, my bottom line ain't flying. Went to church and bought Jesus, now I'm holy with capitalism. Got a boost from Rwanda, became a payday. Hitler told me to finish my breakfast, so I bombed the towers. People needed to be reminded I got the end of the world at my fingertips. Breathing destruction when I whispered slavery in Columbus's ear. It paid off so well, I'm still tweaking it till this day. Sit back and watch you run as I flick the ashes on the skull and bones in my ashtray. My name is America. Or if you prefer, the 13 colonies. I got bankrolls and flesh. Peace to me is starvation. War makes the money, and I'm an expert at playing on your insecurities. All I see is dumb and dumber. Old money in this spot now. I can buy your soul 1,000 times over and still have change left to give you a job. See, it's simple. I give the world just enough to survive, but never enough to change their condition. And I got the Bible working in overdrive because belief is a cash cow. Cash your hard-earned dollars in on salvation. I got a mansion underneath the Vatican. It all comes back to me. You can slave for 40 years or you can pay for 40 years. I keep people hungry so I can build more prisons. Back the dollar with lies so gold could be obsolete. I got secret societies. I don't need to be diplomatic. Democracy is just my storefront, but I'm manufacturing pure grade A world domination. Stop the international news from getting in and saturated you reports of gang violence in Brittany. Cut school funding because it doesn't make me any money if our children are smart. I need people in debt around me so I can leverage their situation to my benefit. Got tired of doing all this by myself, so I birthed big businesses. Now we all keep the money between us. Only the strong survive. Only the cold-hearted live to see another sunrise. And the criminals at the bottom got nothing on the criminals at the top. Just look at our healthcare system, our social security system. Been this way since the Indians been trying to tell you. Ain't shit you can do about it. Showed you movies of how I get down, so you know what's in store for you if you try to get out. I'm America, baby. And I got my pimp hand on your heartstrings. So what you need to do is what you've always done and bend the fuck over.
This one is called Tag Is It Over? Tag, is it over? So you telling me after all this time I didn't connect? The people I thought I had disappeared or shit went left? Or every single person used me, withdrew my energy, then looked back to pour into me? Or was it my black VIP? Seems like they was buzzing when I was paying their bills, but once I stood still and didn't snatch the next meal, I was no longer useful to them. And I felt that. Feeling like I gotta extract my energy off the app. Don't react. Just let me unpack. Always felt like if I exhibited love and energy, that's what I would attract. To stay true to me and make a positive impact. But in fact, they were looking solely for the investment of diamonds. I lost more than investment. I lost the people I decided to put the time in. See, I came on tag with my heart on my sleeve when I should have kept it in captive, because as I shared my grief, they lied and deceived. They say top badge was something to achieve, but they didn't say how naive I could believe that I would receive real. Not a diamond heist, more like a diamond in the rough. They weren't looking for me. They were looking to see if my swipe was big enough or my snipe swift enough. Top streamer, they say. All comps, flips, and child play. But that's the price we pay. Deduct 20%. What's the real intent? Behind the tag content, what do you represent? Was it all worth all the time you spent? Or go as far to the extent of disrespecting someone, identify as a troll and call it content? Or deflect your true feelings on live to collect? I dreamt that people on live would reinvent themselves and exhibit positivity. You never know who you can help or how many thoughts of suicide you could prevent. It's not about the money I swiped or spent. I just decided to push my pen with sin today and vent. Been feeling lately like the new season is near, and my time and energy is no longer serving my God-given purpose, just hit and go live on here. In hopes to find my virtual family, gain the sense of peace and calamity, manifesting people that won't fold, but reciprocate the gifts and energy that I hold. I'm still wary, hoping that you hear me. Tag got my emotions fragile, like I carefully storing them in a satchel, but this strap is heavy because I just want to do hood rat shits with my friends in a drop top Chevy. You heard? Tag, are we done? Is my time over when I just got started? I just begun? Should I quit now and run? Nah, that don't sound like me. Because there is many that appreciate and see my positive energy. Let me sit back and the village will come. God is speaking to me that there is more to come and then some. Remember, you can't make everyone happy, and your vibe is not for everyone. Tag, it's not over yet.
So, all right, so this piece, I just named it Unwanted Child, right? Am I worthy? Am I enough? Since I was younger, I struggled with this topic. You see, I was not born out of love, but rather from force. The kind of force where an unexpected female becomes the victim of a male's uncontrollable lust. You see, today we scream and yell about a woman's right, but what rights does she have when her screams went unanswered and her desires turned to dust? See, I wasn't born into this world to be the conqueror of dreams or to change the world yet unseen. I was born from rage, fear, and control. The same sort of things that are seen but not told. My mother couldn't stand to look me in the eye and see the same thing that forced her to cry, so she held my head against a radiator at the age of 2 months old, hoping that she could get rid of that which hurt her soul. To keep looking at the item which destroyed her goals and caused her to remember that of which she had no control. Am I worthy? Am I enough? Let me tell you about the day a bicycle accident changed my path. You see, after I was left with a hole in my head, the state planned to take me and mold me instead. But taken in by my grandfather's sister, I gained a sense of value that could never be matched. It took a long time to find because inside demons were seriously attached. They hung on to the feelings of sadness, the anger of not knowing, and the torment of wondering. The passion of wanting more matched with the ignorance of bliss were the tools that were guiding and misleading my fire. The rage and the anger obscuring my desire to belong, fit in, or at least look normal. No faith, no self-love, and no knowledge of self caused me to put my future on the shelf. I acted and thought and reacted with rage because my soul was trapped inside a cage. Am I worthy? Am I enough? The answer to this question is yes. The struggle to always strive for the best has, at least for now, put my mind at rest. My soul at ease and the rage has subsided because there is a brighter day beyond the horizon. who truly knows what the future may hold. But for now, I have accomplished my goal to obtain self-value and worth, and push to the side the guilt of my birth. Now I know I can truly stand tall. I know, I know I am enough, and I know I am worthy.
Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody just joining. This is What's the Word Wednesday, Season 2, Episode 2. Hi, Stacky. Welcome home.
Hello, how y'all feeling? Salute to the room. I heard love is in the air, but some people rarely care. I say life is not fair, but you gotta watch the fake love that bees in the air. I wonder if they stare, and sometimes I really don't care. But I cry in emotion, I cry in pain while I sit there with my daughter at the fair. The pain I felt is still extraordinary. People talk the walk, people talk the talk, but people can even barely start because they destroy people and they hurt people and they destroy beautiful art. The pain in my veins is why it's deep in my heart. The people that I know, it's the people that I fuck with, and I can never tear it apart because my loyalty hit different. And it's just like art. The game wasn't taught, but the hustling in the streets got me this far. The man I became is holding a stronger heart. But if I had to cut that card, I swear to be the ace of heart. So here I stand in season 2. I'm standing here with you. I'm standing here with pain in my eyes, cuts in my veins, and most people won't even come around because they swear it was a dangerous lane. So if you ever come around, you'll understand the truth and who I am and who I came, because my loyalty hit different. But the last question I ask is, what about...
She was a jealous eater, careful where she laid her nose, eating lost champions for breakfast. If you're not careful, she will consume you, suck you in whole, holding flesh to the back of her soft, humming healing to your insides. Withdraw 1/10 of a nanometer only so you can feel her tongue move across the underside of your London Bridge. Cataclysm on her lips. No hands. She can taste past lives. Suctioning music from a one-eyed portal. She was quoted once as saying milk is liquid too, and she loved the taste of essence. Loved pretending she was a bobblehead, magnificent head. Calling her smart would be an understatement. A Moorish numeric expression, Mongolia transfixed, feeding off sensations that make a man's toe curl, exploding screams of pleasure from chest cavities, trained for war, guttural, deep in the prostate, sounding like muscle spasm therapy. She sucked long, she sucked hard, just so you'll never forget how her next stroke made the world melt into nothingness, how flesh was too heavy for the experience. She had me convinced that I was something other than mortal, twice the man I am, and 4 ids laying spent in memory after she got a hold of them, making moments feel like eons. She had that red apple sangria type of movement, slobbing slow Bahama mama suction, orange adrenaline slush slurping. She has a way of courting the last drop out of you, leaving your exo throbbing for the experience, feeling her lips touch long after the extraction of your pleasure for her pleasure. Singapore slingshot. She loved to watch you watch the arch of her back while you're on your back, parallel to knees on the floor. Her round plump perk to the sky, baby oil and Zinfandel running down thighs, eyes closed, mouth open, body gasping, lips rocking, slow blowing, head bobbing, fingers gripping, eyes smiling, throat swallowing, face painting, wax dripping, chocolate melting, wood breaking, screw driving existence. It was almost as if dynamites had feelings, heartbeats racing, portals shifting, dimension jumping, cherry popping, interstellar traveling, have you breathing through a straw to catch your breath. She made love to cells, had blood stuck in one spot, introduced you to your voice box. She knew how to go deep, deep, deep till you felt like there was no more for you to give. She took that and everything else. She made sure you would dream about her while she was right beside you. Have you sitting up watching her sleep, though creepy. I'm talking that kind of freaky deaky. She would make you want to clone yourself to watch the expression on your clone's face. I'm talking that intense, focused metaphor, metaphysical. In the middle of the night, she hungered for more. She was a jealous eater, and I had no choice but to fill her place.
You know what's so crazy? No, seriously. You know what's so crazy? The wild part about all of that, even within this conversation, what was we equal at when it seemed like you deflected from the direction I was kind of checking at? So you reach for a topic, not necessarily off topic, but to give a topic just so you can keep a topic. Like, I'm pretty sure he can go somewhere with this, levitation. We got levels to this shit. Don't worry about all of that. That ain't why I was questioning that. See, it's crazy how things get twisted between thin lines, blurred lines, but they really ain't blurred if you truly listening. So you gonna act like you don't know what I'm actually asking. See, that's that bashful part. Oh, you shy now too, boo? But I see like you more or less been in the camera extra lately. I like how the flames glow just with a nice glow, just so they can flicker and dance in the mirror so they can just cover you with shadows. See, I understand exactly the order that you play in. But shit, I've been in your gym. I've been exercising for a minute. While exercising all demons, while relating to all her demons. See, I just work through what all seamen wish they could be seamen, but they can't see me because they can't see him. Deep within the waters like Loch Ness, but see, I'm not mysterious to the thoughts that she thought best. See, I'm more of the confessions that she don't confess. Like, pastor put me in this box like she Catholic. Like, it's been 6 days and 13 hours since the last time I confessed the sin. I'm more blessed than to bless them then. See, the words don't really mix and mesh with them, but see, she wants it to be equal, so why does it seem like I gotta go all the way in, heads over heel? Shit, give it that real deal. Spill. She like, what your bank account look like? Drop dollar signs, open up the mind, show my third eye, show how well connected I am to the higher sky. She say, you know God yet? I say, we well invested. Like, I gotta give every part of me just to show on flocking like a bird in the animal kingdom. Who has the brightest colors that can show that they can build a home? She wants all of that for me to show to her, just for her to be like, yeah, I like you too. That's crazy. But she want us to be equal. So why you can't show me the same emotion you want from me? See, you ask for conversation, but when I pry and plead, it's like I'm begging for things to come out of these. See, we speak of equal. Why won't you equally speak to me? It's like I gotta hunt through dreams, work through trees. Like, damn, you don't see I'll see everything that you see. Foresight is beautiful. We've been working on this 2020 vision. Ain't it crazy how we both gotta put glasses on? It's amazing. I still ain't got in the fashion of the fraction and just understanding exactly how it is between these blurred lines of this action. It's kind of easier to read when I put the page closer to my face. My apologies. So what I was saying was, I was asking how you was feeling. You said equal opportunity, so I guess I should do a piece on that. Or is that more or less just conversation that most get lost in translation? I've been a poet. Poetry is just simple conversation. So we've been on that. But I'd rather just jump on your topic while I be within your topic. But I think I've hit all notches, but possibly not just yet. See, I'm cool with all that homework shit. My shit was done before I even left class. While I'm sitting in this bitch, I just drop pages down in notes. They like, how this nigga pass and all he do is sleep in this bitch. Don't worry about that, cause see, we deep in this shit. I spent those extra hours after class tutoring half of this shit. Don't even worry about where they laughing at some shit. We basking in this. We can go through the rhythm of most people do how they do when they do what they do, but we speaking the equally truth. See, damn, the rambling is where we both get lost. Cause you be wanting me to tell me about your day, and I be wanting to tell you about my day, and we both just get lost in the words of where we supposed to be at. But we like, damn, you talking, but you talking too much too. So now we both just lost into each other. It's cool. And you ain't noticed how the playing field has been even the entire time. See, we get lost in wanting to play against the roles or what a level's supposed to be at. Who's man, woman, who feels emotion, who's passion, who's asking. See, I'd rather just
be natural.
All of the above. Cause see, we already well connected, so well we connect that we intercept that. Like, you know, to walk on the inside when I stand outside, so we facing traffic. She paused because she know I'm gonna open up doors and ain't no need for her to touch handles. See, I don't want to catch a knife. See, it's already in the mindset. We know what we project. That's why at times she'll come to me with a spoonful just to feed me because she wants me to taste a bit of a recipe. See, I'm down packed with every essence of every sip that I take because it's like,
See, that's beautiful. She told me build it, she'll make it a home. I said, damn, you nurturing. She said, I care for you. I see how hard you work. See what the purpose is. But see, we both do the equal one, the swap. See, she ain't even got to wash or cook today. I was already in the kitchen sleeping. I know the hours that she make. See how that work out? Maybe everybody don't know.
Everybody just joining the building. This is What's the Word, Season 2, Episode 2. Our features for the night is the beautiful Chakra Energy and Mr. Rainmaker.
It's the way you tell me, get up here. And I know what you mean. So I prep you up for your favorite cuisine. I climb up because I know what's in store. The adrenaline makes me fiend and yearn for more. I position my body just right so I could glide freely on your face. As my heart race, heightened energy in our space can't keep up with the pace of breaths. Shit, ain't like nothing I ever felt. As you devour me like your last supper, tweaking, body squirming, feeling like I popped an upper flow, 10 elevated in your sexual bliss. With every kiss, I miss the last, and you explore my body like time travel in the past. As you grip my waist and my ass and place it back down on your face, savoring my island taste, letting nothing go to waste, leaving out a trace at the peak. I reach as I release all over your face. Nah, that's not enough. As I'm trembling and stuck, cause you just getting started and I'm on my like third nut. Sheesh, Papa, you almost choked me with that grip. To fill my mouth with every sip as if I had no throat, leaving me soaked like the tip of my lips when we hitting that smoke. Heavy on the thrust, trust. But I like the lust in your eyes, like pleasing me solely is the only objective, an absolute must. The more and more I try, the more thrill I feel. Feel the real deal that reveals what we couldn't conceal. Ruler of me, inch by inch of these sheets flooded with my showers beneath, display the prize that you wanted to achieve. I admire the greed of sex appeal you feed and clean the cream between relentlessly like a fiend, and my pussy was lean. Drinking it up, emptying me like an endless canteen, normalizing more than one climax is part of your routine. You running this shit like a dean as you put it in my spleen, injecting me like you are the vaccine, and I never liked needles. So I'm running like the first Friday around Halloween. Running, but not too far. As you grab my face and gaze into my eyes and remind me just who you are, just playing on my strings like a fucking guitar. See, I can't help but to look surprised like shit, this is bizarre. That I can't control my movement. So you take control as you are the teacher and I am the student.
Can I make your heart nut? Your kidneys quiver into a crying orgasm. Place my mouth around your opening and suck the formula of algebra down my throat. Can I make your toes doggy style themselves? Fuck until we switch third eyes. Switch wisdom teeth, knuckles, kneecaps, and tongues. Hold your rib cage until it gasps of 432 megahertz coming in waves, trembling with healing. Let me make love to your throat pussy and watch it blow bubbles in sacred geometry, refracted by the light into rainbows, sacrificing oxygen until you squirt through your ears. Tell you to squeeze and release to the earth's rotation so that your bones rearrange and I can hold your spine backwards and you and I can eat you out at the same time. Taste what I taste. Lick you in Swahili, in Creole, in Hebrew, in Sanskrit, in Aramaic, in Ayapanako. Resurrect dead languages, make them scream God through your pores. Can I backdoor your brainstem? Growl, that's my good girl. I'm so proud of you. Look at me. Just like that. Take it from me. Perfect little whore. Be still so I can drink you with my eyes to your synapse, spread your praise kink wet on my lips, pin you to the wall, and so I can study the curve of a flesh right angle. Make wedding ring with your lips serenade. Make your ovaries crip walk, spin in a circle, chanting Gam Ganapati Anamaha. Make you cream in frequency language like epitelet, epithalum. I want to leave my soul in your stomach so you will always feel full. The dent of my weight on the inside of your throat so you swallow different. Place my spine in your pussy so you walk different. I got enough backbone to spare. Let me make you feel what it's like when your soul and body blushes. When you come so hard, you jump timelines while you watch the stroke and the stretch, the glistening of you on thick melanin. So can I make your heart nut?
Holding me up is wild. That's crazy. Because honestly, the thoughts that I've been having lately, they've been kind of heavy. Like, it's really not you holding me up, but rather me holding you up while I drink from your fountain. It's been a while since I tasted your thoughts. Every wound and scar that I shall lick, let me cover your canvas. I want to truly understand your art. Let me play my parts between the words that realign where we shall sit. See, I like the idea of realigning your chakras on my back seat while we look at the stars, amazed at where the Big Dipper drops. I'm infatuated. I can taste it. Even before having the meal, even before having the meal, where was I going with that? You ever had a smell that you could taste? Like as soon as it hits your nose, the fragrance just rotates around your tongue, moves to the tip and to the back of it to come back like foreign languages you ain't spoke, but now you speak. See, that shit crazy when translation meets a whole new sensation. Vibrations that move from the top of your head down to the tiptoe of your feet. You feel it in your pinky toe. It's been a while since you even felt that motherfucker. Last corner of the couch that you hit, but see, the last corner of the couch that you hit was the first quickie on a couch of a shh. Just lift your leg up a little bit. Bite down if you can't handle this shit. Hold on as they stroke your membrane from every memory that we now gain. See, I'm just trying to obtain like an elephant, fill the trunk in this shit. Dumbo wings start to flap. She call me Marge. She just want to play with these shits. Bite down, grip even harder. Damn, Pam, might as well make it ugly and shit. She like it when it's nasty, no fuss. See, I give must for the must. See, I can hear her cuss as she fights back, bites back. See, it's words that we speak about, only in languages that we talk about. So anytime that we speak about what we talk about, she already knows, like hard eyes and slow strokes and light chokes. See, I want to hit you when you can't breathe, but you tell me exactly when the moment is that you can't breathe, that you like it, how you like it, when you be like, hold on, it's the moment when my eyes roll back. That's beautiful. It's you working you as usual. Like, I can move from your fingertips down to your cuticles. Swim around and look how you work your magic. Like, shit, that's unusual. Not unfamiliar, but familiar now. See, we feeling like La Familia. Shit, we family as usual. But I ain't talking about the incest and the impact. Y'all on some other shit, but I want to get back to what we on now, because you know how y'all minds get when y'all get twisted with shit. But see, we well connected, like she been wifing and shit. Put a ring around it, circle around it, ad infinitum. See, it's a lifeline of cycling shit, just recycling it. And I've yet to feel a body, fuck a mind, take a soul, then a body you follow. See, I want all of it, just not just a bite of it. See, if it was the worst sin of all sins, I'm just gonna ask, are you willing to feel every bit of this ounce of this truth, of this knowing, this knowledge of this? I'm willing to give you all the information that the skies and the limits have given to this. See, God bless me with a vessel that is speak to you. Only let his words flow through me. So anything I ever speak to thee were words that he was given to me, not for me to, not for me, not to me for speak, but to be chosen to say. So when I whisper in your ear, come for me. Do that shit comfortably. See, I want you in your safe place where you let loose. I like it when it's waterfalls and that grip that you got. See, I'm not trying to I don't know extra with no panic. See, I know how it is when you be like, shit, baby, I ain't wearing no panties. Well, shit, slide your skirt up a bit. Let me work a bit. I don't mind if you just lean back in the seat, just look through the sunroof, see how the stars play shit while lo-fi in the background, blunt in hand. Let me just eat away. Feast at your problems of the day. As your heels rock across my shoulder blades, slowly massaging my traps as my tongue slowly massage your... Well, you know where I'm at with this. I want to speak to it. I want to talk to it. See, I know it's been a long day. While you serving off and moving, how you moving with certain movement, you got so many responsibilities on your shoulders too. Let me exercise you. Fingertips roll into your curls. Let me feel every ounce of you while my hands wrap around the stroke of the back of your neck, working your occipital. See, I'm trying to ease every bit of your stress while I work down your spine just a bit. Oh, y'all didn't know I knew that shit? Because I'm going to work through the gluteus maximus. Medius as well, because we ain't going to miss no parts of it. Slowly down to her quad. See, I'm going to intercept her hamstring. She like it when I talk that science shit. Hit her on that IT band, cause see, I know how it works around her hips and hit that psoas muscle, you know, one that's deep on the inside, slowly above her groin, you know, that spot that she like lick, but it tickled just a bit, right between the crevice of her thigh and her hip, elbow pelvic bone. See, I know what I'm talking about. I ain't making up no shit. Oh yeah, she love that shit. It's crazy how I went from being her favorite mechanic to now being her doctor. Shit. Gynecologist if she need me to. Work down, put your legs up on my shoulders. Let me see how you've been working here too. For certain, have you? I can see it, but we see it how we see it. You're right, Miss Chocolate Pudding. I like chocolate pudding, and it's dangerous as it should be because it turns into a toxic situation. But see, toxic is bad for you. I'm everything good for you. You know, like vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin A, and vitamin me. See, you could see me, A, B, and C, just you and me, while giving D. See, effortlessly for every moment that we fuck, gigantically, great moments that we hug. See, I'm only just working through your alphabet. But that ain't shit. We just chilling and I ain't gonna flex. It's just been a minute since I mind fucked and I'm just wondering when you gonna fuck me next.
It's called hot showers. Hot, wet, and warm as it falls down my body. I imagine my physical being in Bali as it gets foggy, trickling down, not missing a spot. As the hydrogen to oxygen keeps getting hot like a fresh boiling pot or a roused twat. Creating my own little vacation spot without flights or whatnot. Showered in my own thoughts as time is not rushed. I pace myself to decompress for the day. Use this time to talk to God, to pray, to wash the worries away. As I grab this material and apply another coat to stay, my body definitely appreciates the delay. Then I add a little music to set the vibe, to isolate from the world, a feeling I can't describe. Rejuvenated body, skin, pores, feeling alive like I was just revived. The zen that it brings, appreciating the simple things, lingering in the springs, catering to all this melanin. It's just so empowering, giving your body what it's requiring. I've been at this, I'm like an hour in. So bring the towel in, since I'm pushing my pen with sin. So if you're inquiring, I'm literally just poetically putting into words. Now close the curtain. As I simply was expressing my experience, just showering.
Hey y'all, we all friends, right? At least that's what we act like. So let me share a little bit that's been built up inside this little miss. I'm stressed the fuck out, and I want some dick. But wait, I don't want just any dick, but the one that's ultimately meant for me. The one that's for keeps. Cause I'm sin, not them, and there's a difference for what I mean. I want to wake up to the same good dick that put me to sleep. I want that dick to make me happy enough to want to make up to go cook breakfast. So I rush to the kitchen. The same good dick that have my ribs feeling like they about to start the shift. The type of good dick that have me asking God, what did I do to deserve this shit? Attached to a man with a plan when I've exhausted all my thoughts. A man that can make me feel like my celibacy was truly worth what hooked his ass. Cause in this good pussy, he been caught up. And the same good pussy that makes him not even think about wanting to repent for this sin. A man that will consider it all from every angle and realize that he truly gotta win. But besides all that, I want some good dick. Something that's gonna crack this back. Make me feel like I'm palpitating. No heart attack. That good dick. When I'm being a brat, just make me remember that I'm grown as hell, so I should know how to act.
I want to fly to a perfect place where we can see eye to eye and feel no pain. Let me penetrate your mental deep state and elevate your brain. More climax from the soul. My love is pure. Your heart is gold. Let's fly to Neverland so we would never grow old. I know this world is cold. People are deceiving. They make like the fall and it's hard to start when they leaving. But please believe when I say, my lowest, I'm here to save the day. No time to waste cause I'm already late. How could I be fly without my suit or cape? You take my breath away when we lock lips like CPR. You are my nova, my shooting star. Just know I'm near no matter how far or near. Angel, and I will always be around at every angle to protect you from all the pain too. And she
Start
gonna get you
speaking
together. Let's
on
get
how
out.
someone or something made us feel without it becoming an issue because the offender doesn't want to keep it real. Can we stop brushing things under the rug just because we don't want to be judged? Can we start doing to others, doing on to others without expecting anything back? Because we know what it is in the energy match. There's levels to everything, so you can't force or overdo it just because you feel that it's the way to get things moving. Can we see that everything has a purpose, so not everything should be pursuing? Not everything is something that we should be doing. I want to win. Don't you want to win? Don't you want to be able to stand proud and say, yeah, I did that shit? Not have a second guess or a thought about anything that's playing in the background? Or is that just me? Do you want those around you to be doing just as well? Or are you only worried about yourself? Is the face you show to the people real or just another mask on your shelf? Can we start speaking? When do you decide? When do you decide enough is enough? When is it time to fuck some shit up? When do you let the enemy get the victory? Never. Because that's what they want for you. To see you lose it. To see you take the risk of making the wrong choice. Those who don't want great things for you will always be around just to get a quick view. But they ain't willing to make sure you don't give up on yourself. So when is enough enough? Is it when you take the leap of faith and you see some progress? Is it when you figure out you've already got everything you need when you thought you had less? Or is it when you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel? Or is it when you're on your way 6 feet underground and you see your loved ones standing around with shovels? The answer is never, because every day is a new day, so it's a new gift. Opportunity to start over and keep going. That's why it's a present. So let's let go of the past and continue to push. Don't let yourself sink. Keep going. Keep rowing.
Embrace the new. Everything that you knew was true is about to switch up on you. Transition, a new opportunity, a new mission. Keep going. Allow yourself to be now, to blow into the bliss, because change is something that you can't miss. Embrace the new. Don't misconstrue what I'm telling you, just voicing my current point of view. They say that new brings different blessings, but no one warns you about the anxiety that sets in and the unknown, and the disorder drives you crazy within. The unspoken want to gravitate to what's familiar or comfortable leaves you feeling out of place and vulnerable. It's called growth. Embrace the new. Take life as it comes and embrace the assignment that's assigned to you. Seize the moment, because you are the key component. GPS, redirect and route. GPS, redirect and route. Where am I? What the word? Oh, I just ended up on a block that I don't know. but I'm here now. So let me go with the flow and see how this goes. See, there's someone who can't make out who it is from a distance. With clear glasses, who asked in a New York accent, was I lost or needed some assistance? But I'm stubborn, so I say, nah, I'm good. She says she from New York, so heavy on the persistence. Despite my resistance, she offered me an invite and admitted, time and time again, I walked on this block. Now that I was aware of her existence, it was her energy that had me coming back, not the neighborhood. It was her ability to make a lasting impression and desire to contribute to the greater good. It's the affirmations rolling so freely off her tongue. Like when she invites me upstairs in a tone that I have no other choice but to come, or the way she asks me for homework. But I ain't never liked school. Yet she inspired me to pull out all my creative tools and tap into my mind in my free time to push my pen with sin. And as she just smiles and grins, she inspires others to write, to endure the fight with the art of words. Creating a space to create, write, and express, to be free as a bird. Man, I wonder if she knows she's changing lives. And what a positive impact she has to make poets strive to open up and write more, or perform a premiere out of their comfort zone and let out what they have in store. See, she's like a gardener, watering poetic plants, like a tropical garden of beautiful plants stuck in a poetic realm or a trance. At first glance, I ended up on this block, which at first seemed unfamiliar and foreign, but I'm glad I took a chance. Doesn't have to be featured, but she takes a stand. She invited me in, and the inner poet in me was able to enhance and expand. So, Sin Baby, I want to thank you in advance for being you, a friendly neighbor as I stumbled on your block, and you encouraged me to write. And since then, I never stopped.
So shout out to everybody who pulled up tonight. Shout out to everybody who's still here, who stayed here the whole time. This has been What's the Word, Season 2, Episode 2. And our features for the night were Top Bad Chakra Energy and Mr. Rainmaker. They did their things up in the box today. And we had some premieres over here. We had some first-time writers. So thank y'all for coming to share. For everybody who's been over here.